currently reading Prophet Song by Paul Lynch. It got stuck in the muffin case. Is there anything better than a steaming cup of tea to start any activity? We have peppermint today, freshly made, so very hot, and I have put it in my new autumn winter mug, which is so cute. I love it. Very foresty, cabiny, but not too specific for the season. Anyway, hello friends, welcome here or welcome back to another video. Today I want to start preparing for October. When this video goes up, I think it will have just turned October, and you probably can't tell too much from this particular shot, but my flat is an absolute mess. There is stuff everywhere. We have not been very good about tidying up lately, and as such the house is also due a very good clean. So I thought today we could start putting a little reset in place for October. I'm going to do some cleaning. I've got a few more autumnal bits of decor that I want to put out, and I'll show you those in a little bit. I also want to try my hand at a fun DIY project for the gallery wall, and I would like to try a couple of recipes as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I'll get that all done today. I think not. Most likely this will be a video filmed over a couple of days. I might even split it into 2 videos. We will see how it goes. Needless to say, the first thing on my agenda is to give this flat a really good clean. I've got my cup of tea with me to help power through everything that needs to get done, so I think the best thing to do is to just crack on and dive in. So somehow, I'm not entirely sure how this has happened and escaped my notice, but we are out of washing up liquid, so washing up the dishes and doing some other cleaning is going to be a little bit difficult without some dish soap. So I'm going to quickly run out to the shops and grab some. Another cup of tea to congratulate myself on a job well done. I have just finished cleaning and tidying the house. It smells really nice in here now, but I'm going to take a quick reading break now before I dive into my next activity, which will be a DIY painting one, I think. I'm currently reading Prophet Song by Paul Lynch. This won the Man Booker Prize last year, and this is my book club pick for this month. The only annoying thing is that I have to get all of this read by tomorrow evening. It's doable, but this is quite a heavy book. It's very dystopian, it's very heavy, and it's not really the kind of book that I usually binge read, if you will. I usually kind of eke these kinds of literary fiction books out over a few weeks if I can, because I find them quite difficult to read a lot of in a short amount of time. However, I don't really have that luxury this time. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it all finished by tomorrow, but I'm jolly well going to try my best. So I'm going to sit down and read for half an hour or so before I move on to doing a fun painting DIY. So I've been reading for a little while and I could start doing my DIY project now, or I can start making a really nice, delicious dinner. I'm thinking I'm going to make a chili or a stew with dumplings because we don't have all the ingredients for something else I was going to make. So I think I'm going to do that instead and start with a DIY project tomorrow. So I will be carrying this video over into tomorrow, possibly the day after as well, we'll see. I'm going to be doing a little DIY for this photo frame here with something really fun and seasonal that I've seen a lot of other people do. I'm guessing quite a lot of you will already know what that is, but I really want to make sure that I'm not just rushing to do stuff for the sake of doing it for content. That is not what I want my channel to be about. That's not what I'm about. So I think it would be disingenuous for me to try and power through and do tons and tons today. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and make a start on dinner because I do really fancy something hearty and nourishing that's going to be a little bit more involved to make. So let's get cracking with that. Happy Sunday, friends. I just finished making myself a coffee. This coffee is absolutely delicious. I made a vanilla and cinnamon brown sugar coffee syrup this morning, and it is delicious. I really enjoy a sweet, spicy syrup, especially in my autumn winter coffees, and from what I'd read it seemed really simple to do, so I decided to try it out this morning because I was really craving a delicious spicy sweet coffee, and I just made it up based on a couple of recipes that I'd seen and a basic, like, simple syrup recipe. So I'll put what I did in the description box below if you want to give it a try as well, because it's turned out really well and was super easy to do as well. I'm definitely going to keep this in the back of my mind for some DIY Christmas gifts. I know that some of my friends and family would love to get something like this as a gift, so I'm going to put that in reserve for Christmas time. Yes, it is now Sunday, it's the next day. I very rarely have a Sunday off work. I usually work my 9-to-5 job on a Sunday, so it feels very luxurious to have today off, and I don't have a whole lot planned. I have book club this evening with some friends that's going to be at the flat, so I want to do some baking for that so that we have a sweet treat to enjoy as we talk about books. I'm thinking kind of a cake with a cinnamon swirl through it would be really nice, but that doesn't need to be done for a little while. The other thing that I would love to get done today is the DIY painting that we didn't get around to doing yesterday, and I have been seeing once again those really cute ghost paintings, and I know I'm super late to the game, it's probably not trendy anymore, but I just think they're so cute. And I have a couple of landscape books which I acquired for free, which we're just going to end up in the tip, so I don't feel bad about cutting out images from them. So I'm going to have a leaf through whilst I drink my coffee and see if anything suitable pops up. I have an idea in mind of the kind of vibe that I want to go for, and you can't really see, but it's gonna go where that rabbit picture is on the gallery wall. I do like the rabbit picture, I painted that quite a long time ago now, but it just feels a little bit more spring and summer, and I would really like something a little bit more seasonal. I also really need to try and read a good chunk of Prophet Song today. As I said, it's book club tonight and I still have about a third of the book to read. I do also have this on audiobook, so perhaps when I'm doing my painting I can listen to it as well. We'll see. Anyway, without further ado, I think let's crack on with the rest of today. friends, it is a few hours later now. It's just coming up to 4 p.m. The painting turned out so cute. You can't actually really see it, hear it. Maybe if I go at like an angle, it's very reflective. I don't think this is a very good angle for me, but it's so cute. I did 2 little ghosties and I also put some pumpkins in. I didn't want it to be too spooky, just kind of cute and seasonal, and I'm really happy with it. I added some like autumnal foliage as well to the leaves. I'm not really sure how much you can see, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really cute. But as I said, it's much later now. It's 4 o'clock and the apron is back on. We're heading back into the kitchen. I feel like I've spent half of this video in the kitchen doing something or other, but I want to make us a sweet treat for book club, and I think I've decided on like a cinnamon swirl muffin idea. And I've also got some cream cheese if I want to do like a cream cheese frosting on top. That just sounds really good to me, and I can whip those up relatively quickly. I think I'm just going to do a classic like equal parts sponge mix with a few additions, and then a little cinnamon sugar butter concoction and swirl that through. So in theory it should be nice and quick and easy. We'll see if I manage to accomplish that. So without further ado, I think it's time that we once again step into the kitchen to make a very, very tasty treat for this evening. Admittedly, they don't look the prettiest. Oh, but I think they're gonna taste good. Fingers crossed that these turn out good. Only time will tell. It got stuck in the muffin case. I will confess that I've already tasted it because I scraped off the bit that was stuck in the bottom of the case, which was mainly just the butter, brown sugar and cinnamon mixture. So it had all caramelized. So it was incredibly delicious. But I have high hopes that these will taste just as good, even if it looks a little bit sad. I think it's still going to be tasty. And of course, I have to pair it with a fresh cup of tea. The top of it is really nice. It's got like a little crispiness to it, which I love. It may not look the prettiest, but it tastes delicious. I've also managed to read about 50 more pages of Prophet Song. This is continuing to be an excellent read, but as I said before, it is pretty hard-hitting, it's pretty heavy, and I think part of what makes it so difficult to read at times is its plausibility and also how much it mirrors things that are happening in the world right now. So I would recommend, but also just let you know that this isn't a fun, frivolous read. This is definitely one that I would recommend taking your time with, even though I am not doing that and I'm reading it as quickly as I can. With that in mind, I still have about 80 pages to read before 7:30 tonight. It's currently about 5:30. So we'll see if I can get this finished. And in order for me to do that, that means that I need to wrap this video up with you. It's been such a treat to get to film this over a couple of days instead of just in an afternoon or in one day. And it's been really nice to just have a really restful but very productive weekend. I feel so much more ready to welcome October. I think the ghost painting has just really made me so happy. It's just the right amount of spooky and silly, and I really love it. And I also love that I had to spend no money to make it. You could totally just print out a piece of artwork online and do the exact same thing. So I would highly recommend that as an easy craft. I think absolutely anybody could paint those little ghosts. They're so easy and so cute. My other like big win, favorite thing from this video, I think, is the coffee syrup. I had an extra coffee today, decaf mind you, just so I could have that coffee again. It's so delicious. I would so highly recommend, if you're someone that enjoys a syrup in your coffee. I like it when I'm out and about, but I never have them at home. But if you're trying to save a little bit of money, or if you're just looking for a way to romanticize your mornings or your afternoons, depending on when you drink your coffee, make yourself a coffee syrup. It's so easy. So all that to say, I have got some serious reading to be getting on with. So take care, friends. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today and yesterday, I guess. Take care, friends, and I will see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.